So I was adopted when I was 2 months old, and I was raised in an atheist household. So they didn't believe in God. My mom kind of just told me that whatever I wanted to believe in, that I could go with that. I kind of grew up in a broken home. So my brother, he became a satanic rapper from the name Young Rare. My dad, he became transgender when I was about 17 years old or so. And then my mom, she was kind of just a narcissist, always yelled at me, didn't really appreciate me as a child, I guess. My parents got divorced, and so it was just me and my mom in that house. And during that time, she was very angry and annoyed, which I would be too if that's how life went out, right? And so she was really mad, so we wouldn't get along. We always fought a lot. And eventually I met my neighbor family, the Keene family, and they took me to see Nick Vujicic. He is a man with no limbs who is a street evangelist. And he kind of just expressed, like, if there are any teenagers that want to come to God or don't know God, this is where you can start. Come down to the stage, which I, stood there for about 30 minutes, scared, because I didn't want to go down. And eventually my friend went down with me. And so my friend actually gave me her Bible, and that's how I kind of just started reading it on my own, and eventually picked it up and knew it was something that I wanted to follow. I first started reading in a psalm. That's when I first started, and me and David were homies. That's how it works now. But yeah, I started in Psalms, loved every second of it and kind of the expression of his emotions through the Psalms. It was a very quick realization for me, because it was like all of my answers that I've ever been praying to who knows what at the time was just right there in one book, and I could not stop reading the one book, and I was like, this is too good. And so with that, I had told my mom that, hey, I'm a Christian now, just to let you know, and I still want to go to church. And so as about 2 months after I told her that I wanted to become a Christian, she actually joined the Satanic Temple. So my mom would have Satanic Temple meetings in our house, which really pushed me in my faith to become closer to God, as I would be like praying in my room or worshiping him just kind of by my lonesome. I actually decided, and I prayed over it for a long time, after multiple thoughts of suicide, that I needed to leave that house. And so I went to a church called Grace Bible Church, and there I met my small groups leader, and we kind of had coffee and we talked a lot, and eventually they opened the door for me to live with them when I turned 18, so it was legal. And so I actually moved in with that family, and I left my old family, and so now they are my family, and so I have 5 younger siblings now. And 2 amazing parents. So I went to a spiritual reset through Grace Bible Church. It's basically where you go out into nature, and you're there for one night, and you go out into nature in different areas, but you're not around any of the people that you went with. And you sit there and you pray and you bring your journal and you look around and you just kind of see where God's calling you next and answer any questions. And it was my 3rd round, and I was sitting there, I'm like, okay, like, I'm sitting here. I've been sitting here for the last 5 hours, like, what am I supposed to do? And I'm just staring at, like, the river right in front of me, and I'm just like, water. I'm like, all I see is water. I'm like looking around, like, does anyone else have the answer here? Because I don't know what's going on. Like, am I supposed to see something? And I was like, water. And I was like, water. And I was like, water. I was like, baptism. That's what it is. So then I decided to get baptized. So on October 10th of 2021 was the day that I got baptized, the day that I was born, and so I turned 18, and also the day that I moved out of my house and into my house with my new family. God provided me with a safe space where I could have fun and I could love other people well, and so I would like to do that through a community center. Through that, I'm going to just continue to pray for people in that community center and also just talk to them about it, and hopefully just be able to love them enough for them to ask that question, why are you so happy, or why are you so joyful, why do you love so hard? And that's going to open up that opportunity to talk about God. I think in all of this, of what I've taken out from it and what my old mom has shared with me about religion, I genuinely do believe that it is relationship over religion. It's not all law-based. It's not, you're a sinner, now you've done this, and now you're going to hell. It's more of an actual relationship with a father / a friend / anybody that you could think of that you could need in a moment. God is the answer. And this has been my God story.